some sort of on social media. Um, okay, don't know why we're doing that, but to make sure you get a text message out to them and let them know that we are getting ready to get started. So before or while we're waiting for people to jump on, let's just take a couple minutes to express some gratitude. So you can either drop in the chat something that you're grateful for, or even better is maybe send a gratitude text to people that you love and care about, maybe somebody that's impacted you. Maybe you could send a gratitude text to a couple customers and just let them know that you're grateful for them. Gratitude attracts more abundance. And so when you're in that space of gratitude, yeah, you're just going to bring in some more great things. So good morning, everybody. We're excited to have everybody on. If you're in a place to turn on your videos, do it. If not, no big deal. We will be working through this. I'll make sure that we turn on some music and stuff. But for those of you that are just joining, we are actually getting started with some gratitude. So I will set a timer for 2 minutes. And I want you to just send out a couple gratitude texts. Yay. Yes, Sherry. I'm so glad that you guys hit it too. Congratulations. I saw that this morning that you guys had smashed through your MVP multiplier. So congratulations for hitting that. So 2 minutes on the clock, send a couple gratitude messages to either some teammates or somebody in the community or your customers and just let them know that you are grateful for them. Or you can even in your stories post a couple things that you're grateful for in your stories. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mute myself real quick and then we will move on to our first task. All right, so we're doing that. I'll turn on some jizzams. Okay. All right, so we are gonna warm up our Facebook news feeds and we are going to head over and we're gonna just go ahead and we are going to start with birthday messages. So here's another little hack for you guys. If you, for whatever reason, were not able to get out your birthday messages yesterday, you can still send a video. So this is something that we have been testing. Some of the people on our team have been testing this. It's been really great because, as you know, people on their birthdays get loaded or inundated with messages. So you messaging them the day after actually has a little bit more impact and a higher engagement rate because it doesn't get drowned with all the other messages. So video is best. If you can record a video, do it. So what you might want to do is if you missed somebody's birthday yesterday, you can record a video just saying, you know, hey, Rebecca, I saw yesterday was your birthday, and then record a video. So you can send that as a text message and then record kind of like a generic video that you can send that video to everybody whose birthdays were yesterday that you missed. If you did get everybody's birthdays yesterday, then I would highly recommend you go ahead and grab somebody's birthday today. So you can record a video. That is the most effective way. I just have one that's saved on my phone. I use the same video for every single person every single day. It's like I recorded it months ago and I've been using the same one. It's just a quick, easy way to do that. So we're going to set the alarm for 4 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to send out those birthday messages. And I'm going to turn on some music.
You know what the average number of times is that a person tries on a new goal before they give up? It's less than one. Less than one. Most people give up before they try it even once. They say, I'm going to... Cause and effect. Cause and effect. Cause and effect. Now, the law of cause and effect is called the granddaddy law, it's the iron law of the universe. It says that for every effect in your life, there's a cause. That everything happens for a reason. It says that success is not an accident. Failure is not an accident. Everything happens for a reason. And if you can be clear about the effect that you want, you can trace it back to someone who at one time did not have that effect, and then find out what they did and do the same thing over and over again until you get the same result. Same result, same result. As my friend Nito says, success leaves tracks. Success leaves tracks. If you want to follow a person in the snow, you put your feet in their tracks. If you want to find a successful person, if you want to become wealthy, success leaves tracks. Follow the tracks. Follow the tracks. Most people who want to become wealthy are trying to make their own trail. Don't go where every other person's gone. Go where no one is gone and blaze a new trail. Yeah. You know what they call a pioneer? A pioneer is someone lying face down in the dirt with their back full of arrows. Success leaves tracks. Follow the tracks. If you want to be successful, what you do is you find out hundreds of thousands of millions of people started from nothing and become wealthy, and you do the same thing. Follow the tracks. Only after you reach the end of their trail do you begin to make your own trail. But you don't start making your own trail at the beginning. Follow the tracks. You do what they do over and over again, and here's what I learned. Follow the tracks. Follow the tracks. Follow the tracks. Success leaves tracks. Follow the tracks. Follow the tracks. Success leaves tracks. Your job in life is to increase the probabilities of success. Increase the probabilities of success. Number one, learn more things. And you know, we say that in our modern world, cause and effect means learn and do. They learn more things. As a result, they have more knowledge, more information, more insights, more skills, more ability to deal with our world today. Number two is try more things. Now, I told you that I didn't graduate from high school, but in my 30s, I went to university and got a business degree. And in taking a business degree, you have to take a course called probability theory. Did anybody ever take probability theory? It's a terrible course, isn't it? One thing you learn from probability theory in retrospect is that there's a probability that everything will happen. Everything will happen. Everything will happen. These probabilities can be calculated by a series of very, very sophisticated ways. All of life insurance is based on probability.
Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to just head over to our newsfeed. We're going to try to get in all 3 platforms today. So we're going to work on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And I'll give you guys just a few assignments on each one of those. So, and if you're not on TikTok, it's okay. We will figure it out. All right. So next thing that I want you to do is I want you to head over to your newsfeed on Facebook. I want you to scroll through your list, and I want you to comment open-ended questions, like and comment open-ended questions to as many people as you can in the amount of time that we have set on the timer. If you are commenting, or if people that are from the Prove It community are popping up, I want you to unfollow those people. I don't want you to unfriend them. I want you to unfollow them, because we want people that are part of, or people that are not a part of this community, to be the ones that we're engaging with, because people that are already involved in Prove It obviously can't make you any money. So we're going to set an alarm for, we're going to just blast for 5 minutes and go.
Try more things. Try more things. Your job in life is to increase the probabilities of success. Increase the probabilities of success. Try more things. Learn more things. More things. Try more things. Try more things. Try more things. Learn more things. Increase the probabilities of success. Increase the probabilities of success. Try more things. Learn more things. Learn more things. Try more things. Try more things. The key to success, first of all, you have to know exactly what you want. And then second of all, you have to focus and concentrate. Focus and concentrate. You have to focus and concentrate. I have found that the power of clarity is being absolutely clear about the fact that you want to make a lot of money and become financially independent. Focus and concentrate. Does this mean that you become like Scrooge McDuck or like a miser or somebody who's a penny pincher? No. As a matter of fact, you find that most self-made millionaires, their greatest pride in life is their family. Their greatest source of expenditure is on their spouse and on their children. The reason that they work hard is so that they can provide a good life for the people that they love and care about. And that's more important than the money. Once the family is put aside, which is their primary concern, then the money is everything. And they're very, very fastidious about every single penny. Every single penny. Every single penny. Focus and concentrate. I worked for a man many years ago, and I've learned a lot from him. He died worth $800 million. He started with nothing, and he built an $800 million fortune. Focus and concentrate. He ran 200 corporations. He was the smartest man I ever met. He could read a contract from the back forward. He could flip it like this and quote it back to you 6 months later. I mean, I'd have to carry it around to reread it today. He could quote it back to me and point out things in it, and he'd put a stop and go back to that page, and he said, this is the clause we need to negotiate. I mean, this guy was smart. He died worth $800 million, but you know, nothing gave him greater pleasure than to sit at the counter of the delicatessen up the street and eat a cheap pastrami sandwich for lunch. This guy owned the building, he owned the street, he owned most of the property, and he loved to save money. And what I found, he lived in a beautiful home in Palm Springs, he had beautiful homes, he had a private jet that was at his call at all times, but when it came to thinking about expenditures, he was very, very frugal. We're very, very fastidious about every single penny. Every single penny. The key to success, first of all, you have to know exactly what you want. And then second of all, you have to focus and concentrate. Focus and concentrate. High self-esteem, responsibility, action-oriented person. What is the most important part? It's what you do afterwards. It's not what we learn. It's that we have.
All right, cool.
What you do afterwards.
All right, sorry, I just saw those. I was full deep into action. Okay, so if you just joined, make sure you go back and take 5 minutes and blitz through your wall, people that are showing up in your newsfeed. If it's Prove It people, just hit the 3 little dots up at the top and click unfollow, so that way people that are already a part of the community are not constantly showing up in your feed, because those are not the people that you need to be engaging with. And if you are a part of this community, don't take offense to leadership or anybody on your team if they're not commenting or engaging on your stuff. It's not that we don't love you, it's just that you don't make us money. So ideally, you're having conversations with your team and your leadership on a regular basis as it is. So please don't take offense if people aren't on your leadership team, or people on your leadership team are not commenting on your posts and stuff. Sometimes it happens and it pops up, and I am intentional with trying to make sure I connect with as many people as I can. But that should be done intentionally and built into your DMOs. Are you setting time in your month to make sure that you connect with your team every single day? All right. The next thing that we are going to do is we're going to take some time. We're going to go comment in some groups. So I want you guys to find, because we've got 10 minutes, and then I want us to pop over to Instagram and to TikTok today. So what we want to do is I want you to find or identify 2 of your groups that you are involved in, that you're actively engaged in, and we're going to set an alarm for 7 minutes. Actually, we'll do 4 and 4. So we'll do 4 minutes in the first group, and we're going to do 4 minutes in the second group. All right. And what you're going to do is I want you to go in and I want you to comment and engage on everybody's, or on some posts within that group. So I want you to like it. I want you to comment, ideally with an open-ended question if it's appropriate. And I want you to shoot to add a couple people as friends from that group. So one of the things that I like to do is see who are people that are actively posting and engaging. There's a way that you can search. I don't know exactly how to do it, but there's a way that you can search, like, who are some of the more active contributors of the group. And I like to friend request those people if, of course, when I look at their page, there's something of value and not them just spamming their page with a bunch of crap. Okay. So we're going to set an alarm for 4 minutes. We're going to head over to groups and pick 2 groups. It doesn't matter which groups, and get in there and, engage. I had to think for a second. I had a phone call that came in too. Okay. Use Microban 24 sanitizing spray to keep surfaces sanitized all day. Spray on hard surfaces to kill 99.9% of bacteria and viruses initially, including the virus that causes COVID-19. Microban 24 keeps killing bacteria for 24 hours, touch after touch. When used as directed, Microban 24, touch after touch, it doesn't give up. With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like Taylor Swift choosing what to wear. It's looking kind of chilly out today. I'll go wear harder. Yep,
even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? New consumer accounts only. Affiliate requirement. Terms apply. Capital One and PLC.
People fail. They may know the right numbers, but they don't have them in the right sequence. And Dale said to me, Brian, would you give me a call later on this week? And I said, sure, I'll give you a call later on this week. And I walk away. What would Dale say? Well, don't you want my phone number? I say, no. Certain numbers, I just punch the buttons until I get through. Dale, that's you? There's only 7 digits plus an area code. Hey, what could be harder than that? Huh? That's you? Now, how long would it take me to get through to Dale if I just punched the buttons at random? I would never get through to Dale. What if Dale gave me his number and it was 235-1234? I wrote it down. I got the area code. I can dial Dale from anywhere in the world. In other words, if you have the number in the right sequence, you can dial from anywhere and you'll get through. But now what if you gave me the number and it's the last 4 digits are 1234 and I wrote them down 1334? I got 1 digit out of place. 1 digit out of place. Now that's not very much. You know, 1 crummy digit. I'm talking about, what, 10 numbers here. And 1 digit. I shouldn't be penalized for that, should I? 1 digit. But if I tried to get through to Dale with the wrong digits in the wrong order, would I get through? No. What if I was sincere and hardworking? And I set goals and I came to Jim Rohn seminars and I read books and listened to tapes and I loved the Lord and paid my taxes and was a good family person, but I wasn't dialing the numbers in the right sequence. Would I ever get through? No. This is why people fail. They may know the right numbers, but they don't have them in the right sequence. They may know the right numbers, but they don't have them in the right sequence. Why people fail. They may know the right numbers, but they don't have them in the right sequence. Nobody's smarter than you. Nobody's better.
All right, so now we're going to head over to the next group. Congratulations, Sherry. Proud of you for that. Now we're going to head over to the next group and we're just going to do the same thing. Comment, like, and comment, and then I challenge you to add at least 3 new people from the groups.
I've spoken to many people who come over to this country from other countries. I was doing a talk in Los Angeles. We were doing an infomercial that was being videotaped. They had a studio audience. And during the break, one of the gentlemen in the studio audience stood up and said, I'd like to explain why I'm here to be in this audience while Brian Tracy is making this film. And he was from Pakistan. And he was beautifully dressed. And he stood up and said, I'm from Pakistan. He spoke very well. He said, I came over to the United States 3 years ago. He said, my uncle and my brother had signed my paper, so he was legal. So he said, I came over here to work with them in their company, and by the time I got everything cleared and I'd gone to university and cleared up my company, the company had gone broke and they both moved in different directions. When I arrived in Los Angeles, they were gone. I knew nobody, and I was penniless. He said, I didn't know what to do. He said, I had no idea how to succeed in America. No idea. And one day I walked past the University of Southern California, UCLA, and I had gone to university in Karachi, and I knew a little bit about university, so I sort of drifted onto the campus. I didn't even have a place to stay. And he went to the dining room where they line up at the cafeteria and they leave their food, and he would sit down next to somebody, and when they were finished, he'd slip over and eat what they hadn't eaten. And this was a good way to get food. And he started to sleep in the bushes on the UCLA campus, penniless. In the daytime, he'd bundle up his stuff, he'd wash in the bathrooms, he'd want to hang around the university. And he was just in despair. He finally went to the counselor and he said, I need some advice. The counselor said, what's your student number? He said, well, I don't have a student number. The counselor said, well, I can't give you advice or counseling because I have to log in the people that I work with. He said, well, what is the problem? He told him the story. He said, I don't know what to do. He said, well, the only thing I can do for you is I will give you this set of Brian Tracy audio programs to listen to. It's a true story. He said, but you can't take them away. I'll give you a tape player. You can sit in this room over here and you can listen to them and take notes. To him, it was completely bizarre, listening to a bunch of audio cassettes in a cubicle. So he took them over and he sat them down. He got notes from the wastebaskets and began making notes. He came back every day for a week. He listened to the programs hour after hour and wrote notes on how to succeed in America. Nobody's smarter than you. Nobody's better. He said, he went back at the end of the week. He went back to me. He said, thank you. He said, now I understand how you succeed in this country. I understand. He said, that was 2.5 years ago. He said, I drove my new Mercedes to this filming. He said, I own 2 companies. I'm worth $2.5 million. $2.5 million. Nobody's smarter than you. Nobody's better. He was wearing a Giorgio Armani suit. He had a Rolex watch, beautifully turned out. He said, I have a beautiful home. He said, I have 2 businesses. I'm just starting the third. He said, now I know how it works. Now I can do it over and over again. Nobody's smarter than you. Nobody's better. Now that is a great story from a person coming from absolutely nothing. It's a true story, by the way. Nobody's smarter than you. Nobody's better. Nobody's smarter than you. Nobody's better. You meet complete idiots who are rich. Complete idiots. You know that story about the guys get together at the high school reunion after 20 years and the dumbest guy in the class is richer than all of them put together? And they said, how on earth could you do this? I mean, you weren't very much of a student. He said, well, I found this manufacturer that sold stuff for $1 and I could import it and sell it for $3 and make a profit. He said,
Okay, cool. All right, so the key with everybody that you sent a friend request to, when they accept your friend request, just shoot them a message. Don't be like, hey girl, I wanted to introduce you to ketones. Obviously try to bring or tie something back into the group. So whether that is, you know, hey, the meme that you posted in that group was hilarious. You know, love your personality, would love to connect more, or something of that nature. Because you want to kind of tie it back to that group. And the key is to, what I like to do is anybody that accepts your friend request, when you're on your phone or on your computer, you can see the people that you have most recently added to your friends list. And so, so what I like to do is make sure that throughout my week, I'm paying attention to the people that I recently added to my friends list and being intentional with my engagement with those new people. So whether that's me commenting on their stuff, or whether that's me shooting them a message or sending them a funny meme, if they were like I'm in a bunch of funny meme groups. And so like I have some people that I just will randomly send funny memes to, usually because Becca Schweitzer sends me funny stuff all the time. And then when she sends me funny stuff, I pass on the funny stuff to other people. So I'm really not that funny, but I have funny friends. So that's great. Okay, so we are going to then now head over to Instagram. So, so just make sure that you're keeping track of that. Make sure that you're paying attention to like who you've added. And we are gonna rock and roll. So, all right, so we're gonna head over to Instagram and we are going to do some fun stuff over here today. Okay, so first thing we'll do is we will step it up with some story engagement. So stories are at the top. The people that you engage with the most are going to show up at the front of your stories. So I would encourage you just to scroll on back to some people that you don't know. And we're going to pop in some conversations with those people. Why is that a thing? Okay, just kidding. I've already done all that today. So what I like to do, another way that you can do this is go over to your followers, people that like are following you, and then go in and look at anybody that has the circle around their photo. And I would go in, look at some of their, look at their stories, and you're going to want to engage with open-ended questions when possible. If there's a poll in their story, engage in the poll. And we'll set a timer for 5 minutes, actually 4 minutes. I like this 4-minute thing that we're doing, and we're going to pound out some story engagement. And of course, same thing too, like I added a bunch of new people recently, so sometimes people don't have a lot on their stories, so that can be really annoying. And also when your video is down, like you can't hear them. I do not have a lot of stories today. I'm getting through a lot of them.
What are you waiting for to happen before you go for it? What is your Aunt Martha? You know that in life, successful people just commit.
Oh, the other thing is don't respond to anybody until okay. Don't respond to people until you're done with your DMOs for today. With all messages. It'll keep you busy throughout the day. Okay, so
Those things impact.
Here's a little hack for you. If you guys have not made a post yet on Instagram, first of all, hashtags are something that I'm not like uber familiar with, but I tried this on my last post and it was kind of neat. Becca, is that app that we used to use still a thing, that hashtag generator app? Becca's can't hear me. Okay. So there's some, I think you can go online and you can search like hashtag generator. You can just Google search it. I don't know if it's still a thing. It used to be a thing. I've used it before and yes. Okay. So tagsfinder.com. Okay, cool. Or hashtag expert. Okay, so basically what this does, it populates some of the most popular hashtags. So one of the hacks that you can do for your Instagram today is when you make your post, whatever hashtags that you're going to use, I want you to search that hashtag, a couple of those hashtags first. So like, let's just say we're gonna search, I don't know, stay at home mom. Okay. And I am going to search tags, hashtags, and then I am going to go over to recent. Okay. So before I make my post, I'm going to be intentional with going into some of the most recent posts where those hashtags were used. So maybe pick your top 3. And I want you to set a timer for a couple minutes for each hashtag. Go in and blitz some of the most recent posts where people use those hashtags. Then whenever you make your post on Instagram, you'll make your post after you've done some engagement with those hashtags. And I promise you, it will increase your engagement. It's the most insane thing. So you'll get a lot more likes, a lot more engagement. The other cool thing is you can search like, what is the national day for today? And if you want to incorporate that hashtag, so like maybe it's International Pie Day or, you know, ice cream day or whatever the day is. I don't know what they are. So that's just a little hack for you. So kind of creating some engagement specifically to your niche before you make your post and use your hashtags. Also make sure you use your hashtags in the thing. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to take 4 minutes and we're going to just search one of our hashtags and we're just going to be super intentional with going and engaging. So what I would do is like the last 3 posts and comment on at least one of them. Okay. So whatever, so I'm like getting ready to travel to San Antonio. So I am going to be targeting San Antonio. And I'm going to search recent and I'm going to see who's up and in there. And I'm going to go try to be intentional with creating some connections with people that are in San Antonio.
My friends who wrote The Millionaire Next Door said that there's one quality that seems to be characteristic of all self-made millionaires. It's frugality. Is that they save their money. They're very careful with their money until they're wealthy. Frugality. He said people who earn an enormous amount of money, in Texas they call them big hat, no cattle. In other words, they make a lot of money, but they're broke. They got no cattle. They got a big hat, but no cattle. These people spend their money as fast as they make it. You know that most of the people who look like they have money don't really have any? And the people that don't look like they have money often are millionaires?
Yep.
Why? It's because they say that the number one problem is the inability to refrain from spending. The people make the money and they have this incredible desire to spend it. Spend it.
Mhm.
So I'm going to give you 3 keys to getting your finances under control and beginning the process of becoming millionaires. 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 My promise to you is that if you decide to become a millionaire, you will. You will. And the first part of becoming a millionaire is the hardest. Remember the 80-20 rule? Here's 80% of the time. Here's 20% of the time. This is the way people become wealthy. Is they achieve most of their wealth in the last 20% of the process. The last 20% of the process. In the first 80% of the process, they're learning, they're saving, they're growing, they're making mistakes. Progressing is very slow. And what happens to most people in the first part of the process if progress is slow? They quit. They quit and they spend it all and go back to zero. They quit. What you do is you just keep on keeping on, knowing that you're getting smarter and smarter. And at a certain point, you hit a flash point. And at this point, all that experience that you've had will suddenly start to pay off. You work for a long time. If you have the patience and the confidence and the trust that if you just keep slogging away, at a certain point, you hit the takeoff point. And at this takeoff point, you start to make money. I never understood this when I heard Napoleon Hill write about it 50, 75 years ago. You develop a prosperity consciousness. At a certain point, the tide turns and the money begins to flow to you like a river.
Yep.
What would have taken you 10 or 20 years to learn?
So that's something, guys, that you can do just like kind of on your own time while you're sitting on the toilet.
The most remarkable thing.
Literally, you can build your business within the cracks of your day. I was gonna. I'm making too many poop analogies right now. Okay, so, but you can literally build this business in the cracks of your day, just finding those little pockets of time. I find so often people say they don't have time to build a business, or they're like, oh, it takes, but then they'll spend hours aimlessly scrolling through social media or TikTok. So my encouragement to all of you is be intentional with the time that you are on social media. Make sure that if you are on social media, that you are actively engaging with other people and that you are looking for your next potential customer or client, and not with the intention to go and like spam them in their inbox, but also to build a relationship. People do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So if your content on the front end is really good and you're authentically building relationships on the back end, you're going to start getting some really good traction over time. So just be patient with that process. It does take some time to build a following and to build some really good activity and engagement on social media, but with consistency and these little steps day in and day out, even if you're not on a power hour doing it, but you set time in your calendar every single day to make sure that you're going out and following some new accounts, following some new hashtags, messaging some people, just focusing on relationship, engaging, commenting, removing dead accounts, adding active ones. Over time that will build up. And as your business scales and you are, at a place in your business where you are growing a thriving team and a thriving business, those types of activities can eventually be outsourced so that it doesn't take time from you, but that action is still being implemented every single day. So how many of you, just by a show of hands or pop in the chat, are active on TikTok? Okay, so if you are active on TikTok, then we're going to head over to TikTok. If you are not active on TikTok, I would recommend you do get active. But if you are not active on TikTok, then I am going to recommend you either go back to whatever your biggest platform is. So like if that is Facebook, then I'm going to have you go back over to Facebook, and you can engage in some stories over there, or you can head back to some more groups and engage in some more groups. If you are on TikTok, we are going to head over to TikTok right now, and we are going to, if you've got like a video that you have recently posted, we're going to head over to that or into your inbox. So if you have posted a video where there has been any attraction or likes or anything like that, that has to do specifically with ketones, okay, we are going to, whatever the last post or last couple posts are in regards to ketones, I want you to head over there, and anybody that has liked your post and that is following you, so you'll kind of have to do a little bit of research, click on their name and see who's following you, follow them back and send them a message using the cheerleader script. The cheerleader script is, thank you so much for your love on my most recent post. Were you just being supportive, or would you like some more information on what I've been doing? Okay, so we're going to use that cheerleader script, and we're going to just head over. In my personal opinion, if they like to post about ketones or something that I'm doing, you could even use it on your last, it doesn't matter. The script is designed to get an engagement and to see who's open to getting more information about what it is that we've been doing. So you have to go into your, so there's a way, if you're on TikTok, there's a way to filter. So I know it can get confusing. So you're going to go to your alerts down here at the bottom. And then up here at the top, you can filter. So you can filter all activity, likes, comments, Q&A, mentions, followers. All right. So I'm just going to click on likes, and it's going to pull up everybody that has liked any of my videos. Okay. And I'm just going to go back and I'm going to send that script to people that have liked my most recent post on ketones.
Hey, Don, it's Heather. Can you explain where to find that again? I'm new on TikTok and I'm still trying to figure out where to find them.
Yeah. So let me just finish this message real quick. So you'll go into where your alerts are in the bottom right-hand corner, where like your little notifications are. Yep. So click on that. Yep. And then see up at the very top, you've got like a little drop-down menu. Yep. So there, right there, you'll see that you can filter likes and comments. So click on comments or click on likes. There you go. And now if you filter, that's all the people that have liked a video recently. So you can use that script on any person, no matter regardless of what they've commented or liked on.
An oil-free foundation that creates an airbrush, silky skin appearance, and a naturally radiant lip from within glow. The formula is medium buildable coverage, leaves a beautiful veil of color on the skin, and a flawless finish. Available in 40 shades.
And then I like to copy it if you don't have it saved as a script in your phone.
Click or tap on the banner to find your shade.
in the world. But in terms of your family, you're very important. In terms of your parents, the time you're a child, your friends, your customers, your coworkers, the things that you do make you a terribly, terribly important person. And the reason that I emphasize this is because how important you feel you are is the critical determinant of how much success you'll have in life. How important you feel you are, how much you like yourself and respect yourself, is a critical determinant of everything that happens to you. You know, and Dennis has taught this, and Jim has taught this, and I've taught this. For me, it's one of the great revelations. The level of self-esteem, how much you like and respect yourself.
Hey, Dawn,
Yes, ma'am.
is it okay to use it whether they're following you or not?
So
Or
they
should you
have
just,
to be they have to be following you in order for you to be able to message them.
okay,
So you
thank
do
you.
have to they do have to be following you. That's the only caveat with TikTok. Eventually it gets to a point in your I have to go back through some of these.
What you do is if you really like yourself, you say, well, that hurt, ouch, that hurt. Get back in it, get back up. And so the more you like yourself, the better you perform in everything you do. So I want you to say the words because the things you say to yourself have enormous power in your life. Say, I like myself. Say, I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. According to the studies, the top 3% of adults see themselves as self-employed, even if they work for another company and someone else signs their paycheck all their life. They see themselves as self-employed. They see themselves as in charge of their own life. And I have thought about this over and over again. And one of the great turning points in my life was this, is when I realized I was responsible for everything that happened to me. I was in charge. I was self-employed. And the acceptance of total responsibility is one of the great scary thoughts, but one of the great liberating thoughts of life. Scary, liberating. And so I found that really high performers, all leaders, all men and women of great accomplishment, people are highly self-responsible. Men and women of strength and character, men and women who accomplish great things are people who are highly self-responsible. It's the key to success. Scary, liberating. So here are the words that you use. The words are, I am responsible. I like myself. And I'm responsible. Those are the keys to success. As long as you hold on to those, whenever you have a problem or difficulty of any kind, you go back to that. I like myself and I'm responsible. If there's something in my life that's not working, then by gum, it's up to me to change it. I am responsible. I'm not going to sit here and wipe and moan and cry and weep and moan and blame other people. I just get busy and do something about it. Do something about it. All successful people are taking charge of people. And these are really, really important in terms of becoming a millionaire. Can you imagine a milquetoast billionaire? A person who does not accept responsibility with low self-esteem? No. You gotta have a person who really likes himself, really feels in charge of their own life. Men and women of strength, character, accomplishment. Men and women who accomplish great things are people who are highly self-responsible. Men and women of strength, character, men and women who accomplish great things are people who are highly self-responsible. It is the key to success.
Also use their names when possible.
You know what the average number of times is that a person tries on a new goal before they give up? It's less than one. Most people give up before they try it even once. They say, I'm going to set a new goal and I'm going to dedicate myself to doing this and more of this, less of that. You hear these wonderful talks by Jim and Dennis and Chris, and you hear these wonderful talks. They think, well, I'm going to make decisions.
I also personally try to pull people off of TikTok as much as possible. So like I try to get them onto my Instagram and either message them there or get their personal phone numbers. If I get their personal phone numbers and they're open to that, I will do, like, I categorize it with TT before their name, so that way whenever I'm doing my follow-up, I can just go to TT in my phone and it will pull up everybody that I have messaged. And then whenever they convert into a customer, I put a little celebration sign in front of the TT so that way I know that particular person converted into a customer, or if they bought a trial, I'll put a little box in front of it so that I know that they purchased a trial. So you could do whatever. And if they responded or wanted more information about the business, I put a money bag. So, so that's how I keep mine sort of categorized in my phone. And it's just, for me, it's an easier way to keep track so that you don't have random phone numbers in your phone. And you can also add little notes. So like, for instance, this lady Candy, I know that she was in like a domestic abuse relationship, and she just recently left and moved out of the state. She's in surgery today. So I have like all these little notes about her so that I can send little reference points. And just remember my conversation with her. All right, cool beans. So, so that's all for today, guys. Let's see, what could be a homework assignment for today? So we have a new flavor of Protones that's going to be dropping today. So it's either today or tomorrow, I think. Probably tomorrow, maybe today. If you haven't already seen the teaser for it. What I would recommend is in your stories, do a poll and ask people, put a picture of a key lime pie and a picture of a pumpkin pie, and then ask people what their favorite pie is. That can be part of your homework assignment today. All right, so that's all for today. I hope that you guys got some value. We will be back on here tomorrow. I'm not sure who's going to be leading tomorrow. And then Becca might be leading on Thursday. So, yeah, she's shaking her head. Okay, we might have, so Coach Rebecca will be leading on Thursday, and we're not quite sure who will be leading tomorrow, but same time, same Zoom, and we hope that you guys got some value out of today, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.